Hey, everybody. I appreciate you, all our followers and supporters for coming out. But tonight is a very special night. I got my money minded Tori Capri, but I got two special guests here in this building. Uh, Tommy Nunn, man, wow. Wow, and the champs. Y'all are the champs. I got y'all some championship shirts too, right here. And man, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
what a story!
What a
What
story.
a story! And we're gonna get right into it. But I want to clear the sponsors up. We got Rock of Ages Baptist Church. They had a barbershop talk on second and fourth Thursdays of the month, 6 o'clock at Rock of Ages. Well, it's really at the T.H. Wade Center. So Carlin Steele is in charge of that. Then I got Johnny Vaughn. He the special man. He is the transportation king. He's taking you from church to the casino if you want to go, but that's how it roll. But this is what it is. So give him a call as well. Uh, and then we have the View. The View. I had a good weekend at the View. Matter of fact, they supposed to have what's his name, Bow Wow, there
Oh,
tonight.
wow.
And then last night they had Donald Alford, that his trio. They played well. It was good. And check in with the Viola Shy. Go say hi to them. They changed their name from Viola Shy to the Village Premium Dispensary. So it was a good weekend. It was like Shannon threw out the first pitch at the Sox Park, and then he had a meet and greet with Al Harrington and his brother. I can't think of his name. He's on Tyler Perry movies, Have and Have Nots, and uh, something like that. But anyway, we had a great time. And check in with the Blue Note always is Stacy's Cafe. We really appreciate how they serve and rock and roll with their food. And then we have the People's Party from Broadview. They continue to sponsor us and show us love, and we make announcements of the things that they're doing in the community. So it's a good day. But I'm sorry for rushing through this, but I want to get to Shanette. This is favorable for me. This is I've been knowing her since fourth grade, fifth
Yeah.
grade. Miss
Grace to Miss
Woods,
Woods.
yeah, urban school.
Now
She
Miss
was a
Clendenning.
Clendenning. Yeah, she was. I used to come and talk to the students and say things and whatever the case might be. So she's going to have questions, but my thing is, I just want to hear your story
Not a
because to me,
problem.
you're a true champion. Brian Roby said, "That's my hero,"
That's right.
and that's my hero. So without us getting involved, without us, and listen, if you guys want to call in for encouragement, 708-223-8953. 708-223-8953. Call in for encouragement because this is a story of all stories. And I know we got a great show, but this is the greatest show that we always gonna have.
I
So
appreciate it.
tell them a little bit about yourself and
So, my name is Shanette Caldwell, and I actually am 51 years old. I graduated from Proviso East in 1991. Been with my high school sweetheart since I was 15. Um, we've been married now. It'll be 32 years.
oh my
And we've
God.
been together for 36 years.
Okay.
We have two children. Desiree, she told me to make sure I said her name today. So
Okay.
Desiree, she graduated from Proviso East to 2009.
That's funny. Ain't it?
Yes.
Your kids graduate.
And then my son, Tommy Nunn Jr., he's actually in Dallas right now working. But my story goes all the way back to when I was pregnant with Desiree. I developed gestational diabetes. That's where this all started. There were a lot of signs there in the beginning because when I was 14, I also had a Bell's palsy. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that, but yeah, that was something that started out with no reason. We didn't know why. The doctors didn't know why, but I had Bell's palsy at like 14. Then it went into me being pregnant at 17 with my daughter, my senior year, and I developed gestational diabetes. The diabetes went away. I ended up, me and my husband got married at 19. And at 19,
I was 20. You was
whatever,
19.
but I was 19. And that year I was also pregnant with my second child. And that child I carried all the way to 9 months and it was stillborn. The cord wrapped around his neck. His birthday was actually yesterday. So he'd have been
bless
32.
his. Hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
TJ. Y'all call him TJ?
Eric, we called him Eric just because we was gonna name him Tommy, but we got a Tommy after that. So
Okay.
but anyway, to make a long story short, I ended up having issues with the kidney. Um, I started out doing dialysis. I have right now what is called cardiovascular issues, where it's called PAD pads, and that's peripheral arterial disease. So it starts out where the blood vessels they basically turned into chalk, which is calcification. Um, it was so bad that I didn't realize that it was that bad until I hit my toe on something and the toenail never healed. And then I went to the doctor, saw the doctor. The doctor basically was like, we can't save this foot. So I went through I was in the hospital for about 4 months.
Well, they couldn't save the toe.
They couldn't save the toe, so they cut the toe off. Then they saw that it was spreading and they cut all the toes off.
Yes.
Then they went from now this is surgeries in the hospital, pain. Mind you, I was at University of Chicago where I had my transplant. Because prior to this I had a transplant in 2019, August. I had a pancreas and a kidney transplant, so much. But the kidney failed. Pancreas is still good. So I'm no longer diabetic, which is a blessing. So after that's when all the issues started happening with my legs. I started having feelings like, okay, I tell everybody one of the symptoms that you get is when you're walking, if you're used to just walking a long distance and you don't have any pain, you're fine, right? But if you ever start walking and you notice a change in that and you feel like pain in the back of your legs, you need to get tested, because that's one of the signs saying that you could have potentially like clogged arteries. Once it gets so bad and they try to go in and do the angiogram, there's no fixing it. So you have an option to either, you have to lose your leg or whatever the case may be. I know a lot of people. I don't know if you're familiar with my cousin from Hillary and Cooks. You remember Annette from Hillary and Cooks and Shalon?
Yeah.
So they were also battling diabetes. So
wow.
Kudos to them too, because we all we were all the same family, first cousins. And to this day, it hurts me because they were going through things as well. And I try to talk to everybody to tell them, like, you have to have awareness of your body. You have to know the signs of this is not normal.
Yeah, this is funny. I had a quadruple bypass, and I noticed that my body wasn't responding the way I thought it would respond, and I was having these symptoms where I thought I had to belch or I had to, whatever the case might be. And I made an appointment to see the doctor for 2 days. I could have died in that house by myself.
Yeah.
But I kept my appointment and I took an EKG and he sent me straight to Loyola. Yes. So knowing your body is very important.
You have to know. And my mom, she had my mother also had she in 2018, was it 2018 or 2017? She had a heart transplant. Still here. You can't even tell the woman has had none of that. They've also told her, like, you're no longer a heart transplant patient because she's past the time. So she's doing well. But with my situation, it's a little bit more complex because I have, they just told me that I'm 100% calcified, my body, from legs all the way up to my chest into my heart now.
And calcified means what?
Plaque built up.
Okay.
Like, the same thing I always attributed to, they tell me, like, take a string, like a little string, and put some toothpaste on it. And the string is my vein. If you put the toothpaste on it, it's going to what? Tighten. So that's what it does. It tightens so the blood does not flow through it. So that's why I had to lose my legs. And it started there and it's up. It's coming up. It's rising up. So they just told me, like, about a month ago when I went to University of Chicago, I'm on the list for a transplant. My right side is fully calcified. There's just a small opening on my left side where they can put the kidney. And they just told me that they know that it's going to be a challenging surgery. They're going to see if there's an option for me, if there's other options. But right now, there's no reversing calcification.
Okay. So Tommy, where you come in at all of this now?
Just being her support, whatever she wants to do, or I'm there for her.
100%.
She means the world to me. I hate that she's going through this stuff, but she's a strong, powerful woman. And, I'm there for her, anything she needs. And we was just doing a lot of research on old remedies on how to correct a lot of these issues she was going through now. So I just pray, and one day at a time.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's not easy, but I salute you, my brother, because a lot of people, a lot of men that are in women's lives or women that are in men's lives and they have health challenges, they find a way to get away.
That's right.
And you haven't gone anywhere. You stand right there, and it's very supportive to her because your faith together.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Your faith together is strong, and that's what marriage is all about. That's what
Right.
relationship is all about. So now you go through the process of going, and then now the doctors come to you and say, "Hey, we're gonna have to remove your legs." What was that moment like?
In the beginning, the first leg, it was really this right leg that was really hurting so bad to where they had to put me on methadone. That's how bad the pain was. Nothing in hospital worked. I cried, I screamed for days, months. My mom was there, Tommy was there. It was like, it was the worst pain in the world. So I would rather them have taken the leg than go through that pain. So once that leg came off, no more pain. So they eventually, and I had to grasp it because it was like in my head, I kept saying, one of the things that came to my head was, and I told him, I said, I hope he's still going to love me the way he loved me in the beginning. Because that's the first thing that was in my mind. It was like, even though I'm going through this pain, what about my husband? Is he going to love me the same? Like, is he going to leave? And that me not thinking like, I'm not myself at that moment because I was on all type of drugs. I was doing a lot of things. They was laughing. I was like saying crazy things, but that was really in my heart to say, is this man truly going to still love me? And he's shown me that he has.
I'm not going nowhere.
But I will
like
say
that.
the second leg, once this first leg was gone and I didn't want to go back through that pain, I went to the surgeon and I saw the second leg and I said, I'm starting to feel this pain again. And this left leg. I said, can you amputate? He said, I sure can. I said, I do not want to go back through that pain. I've already lost one. Losing two is the same. So can you please? He said, I will amputate. And he did it. So that was my option to get the second leg because I didn't want to go feel that pain. I wouldn't take my worst enemy through that pain because the gangrene was there and it was just setting up and it was just not good.
And it would have poisoned you
Yes.
if you won't take care of it.
Yep.
Wow, that's special. So now you have your challenges. You got one amputated. You asked for the second one to be amputated. They amputated. You a double amputee.
Yeah.
And what kind of relationship did you have with the doctors? That's one of the things.
I'm very close with all my doctors, including my let me get up a little bit. I'm very close to my doctors, including my nephrologist. So they love me dearly. They saw the pain that I was going through, and I went from one hospital. They left me out of University of Chicago. My other doctor told me leave here because they cut my toe off, and they could not give me pain medicine, the medicine I needed to take care of that pain because it was still in my body. Remember, they only took one toe, but it had traveled to the rest of the foot. They said, we don't have that. So the doctor, my nephrologist, was seeing me in there. And he's like, you need to go to another hospital. I left there, went to South Suburban, cut the foot off, sent me home. No pain medicine. You hear me? A foot, no pain management. My mother said, we're not doing this. And my husband, they ended up taking me to Christ Hospital and they fixed me. They were the ones that gave me the pain regimen, everything I needed to make me, because in the hospital, you're not supposed to be screaming to the hallway where everybody hear you all day, to where I screamed so much and I was in so much pain that my heart enlarged from pain, from high blood pressure. So it was like, when they said they could take this second leg, that was the best feeling in the world. Even though I know I was losing my leg, I'm like, you can make it work. You can make it work. Your first thing in my mind was, you're powerful, you're strong. It's God's will for this to happen. You just got to keep going. And that's just what it is.
Now, Tommy, she loses both legs. What runs through your mind?
Oh, man. she need me. She needs her son. She needs her daughter. She needs her mother. She needs my mother. She needs her brother. I mean, she needs everybody to be there for her. That was going through my mind. I mean, whatever she needed, whatever she had to do, I was there. Prescription. I mean, just taking care of her. And like I say, she's a strong woman, and I'm not going nowhere.
I love it. So now, because I tell my sons too, they have to be careful because my dad had heart surgery.
Mhm.
My sister died from heart complications because she had a vessel. So it's a family thing.
Yes.
And what do you teach your family about?
Well, it's crazy that you say that because my father, who is actually on my leg, he was a double amputee as well. And his came from congestive heart failure. He also had kidney failure. So he was actually same situation I'm in. It's just, to me, my dad just gave up. You know, it wasn't like that push and go, let me just be here. He just didn't like the fact that he lost his legs. He felt like he was not, useful for anybody anymore. So my children, both of my kids, are diabetics. I took shots with them when I was pregnant. So, but when I delivered them, they were not diabetics. All the way up until they got out of high school is when they developed diabetes.
Wow.
Because of their eating. Okay. So now they see me and I try to, let them, I said, listen, it didn't come from me not eating well. I basically got it. My dad had it and he was skinny, but I got it when I was pregnant and it never went away. And I was telling them, like, you have to watch me because it scares me thinking about them. Like, if I'm not here and then what if my kids go through this? They may not be as strong as I am. So I try to tell everybody, the best thing to do is do your research, eat the right foods. I do a lot of research at this point in my life with this calcification is bad. Mine is terrible. So it's like when they tell me that you can't reverse it, it's like, what do I do? Because one of the things they told me the calcification is coming from is the longevity of me doing dialysis. I've been doing it for 5 years since that kidney failure.
Are you still doing it?
Still doing it myself. I do my own dialysis at home. I take my own blood. I do everything. Send my blood to the labs. I do everything. Do my own everything.
You're a doctor.
I am.
You're a doctor.
I do home hemo myself because it's better for me. And I'm about to start working. I have been off work back and forth, but I'm doing taxes and this and that. But I'm going full time now. I'm coming back. This time.
So now this is the crazy part, because as you go through the process, then it comes somebody talking about legs. How did that go? How did
what you mean, like
your new legs?
What are they saying about that?
Well, what I'm saying is that the doctors and all of that, how did they come about? Say, hey, we gonna make you some?
No, me, because you got to remember, my dad was a double amputee, so I was used to it. He never wore his leg, but he had it. So I would watch things, and I always said, like, I don't give up. I'm not gonna give up because I know that's not what God wants. So I do everything according to Him, and that's just what I do. It's like okay, they said you want a modification for your car because I have no legs. I said no modification. I drive the expressway normal. Like everything is normal. I said you can do it. They wanted me to go to rehab therapy. Didn't have to go because I have a house big enough to walk around and do it myself. So I learned how to walk on my own. I don't use a cane. I don't use my wheelchair. I don't use any of that.
Wow.
Yep. I know how to transfer myself. They wanted me to stay in the hospital, 2 weeks after I lost both legs to transfer and all this. And then when the doctor came in, he's like, he told the therapist, she doesn't need to stay in. She can move. I was moving, doing everything I needed to do because I said, you have to get up. You cannot lay here. You cannot feel sorry for yourself. You cannot do that. So that was my goal, to get up and move.
Okay.
Where does your strength come from? Because I'm just listening to your story and I just hear one.
I think my parents.
Yeah.
I think my parents, because my dad went through so much, and I saw it and I was there firsthand. And then my mom, I was there. I was her caretaker when she had her heart situation. So I knew she had first, it started out with an LVAD. That's just a battery operated heart. Then and that was for a year. I had to take it, clean it, do everything for her. She couldn't do anything. So I think my strength comes from seeing them and knowing that I pushed them. So who am I not to push myself? So I knew I had to be strong, especially for my kids and my husband.
So you say you made the choice for your own legs.
I did.
So who designed and made your
My
legs?
legs. I designed them. There's this place, Optech. It's in Evergreen. That's the first set of legs I had because I had three sets. This is the third set I got. But the first ones I got, they were just normal. They came to the hospital. They did what they did. They was just some little worker ones. And then the next one I told them, I saw them online because you can look them up. It's easier to look it up and see what type of legs you want. It's not like it's a big deal that they're going to say you can't get it because most likely you can get them. So the second set of legs he designed for me, and the only issue I have with the legs is that they're bulky. You know, like pants, you know how we wear the skinny jeans.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my only issue. So I ended up going to Dallas, Texas, and I found a company down there and they were like, we can do these legs for you and you can put your dad's face on it. So I just went because my son moved down there and I was like, that's the reason for me to go. So I did it. And they did a good job. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This is tough, man. Because you know what? A lot of people, it's strength and faith.
Yeah.
That what this story is all about. It's about strength and faith because, you know, when the doctor said you got 4 clogged arteries, 90-some%, we can't put a stent in there. We can't, man. I do what you got to do.
That's it.
Because I can't stop it.
You can't stop.
I can't. You know what I'm saying? So
Nope.
I asked him. I said, "What kind of surgery did you give me? Rolls Royce or a Bentley?" He said, "You got a Rolls, Jack."
That's right.
So, you know, we played with it. I played with it. It's been 2019, October the 1st. I was diagnosed 2019, September the 23rd. So I remember those dates vividly because I didn't even know I was in the world.
That's right.
I'm laying up in there and just
Out of it.
then one day I woke up.
That's right.
And it's funny. So a lot of people that don't have health issues or haven't been into a health issue, you gotta have faith.
You do.
You gotta have,
Yeah.
you gotta have something within you. You gotta have a spirit, because I know a lot of people have challenges and stuff, but for a husband and wife to be on my show today, I think we got the greatest show on earth. And to have people like you on here and he's encouraging you and
Very.
you encouraging him,
Mhm.
and y'all, Tommy was the Foster
Yep.
Shrimp House. That
Yep.
was,
Yep.
I want y'all to know that.
You look familiar.
Yeah, that time. Man, listen, we used to get up and come from the clubs or whatever,
And they was open.
and they was open 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the
Yep.
morning. And
Yes,
you
sir.
could get that shrimp,
Fish and chips.
fish and
Oh,
chips.
yeah.
Man, you talking about? But that's where Tommy came from,
Yeah.
and his dad was pretty tough.
Yeah.
Dad
Very
was pretty
tough.
tough. Yeah, he ain't take no mess,
That old
man.
man was
We-
something else.
Yeah, we was on Fifth and they was on Fifth and Madison.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and it was beautiful. But for y'all to be on the show, I just want to share this with you. Champions have a journey, and my son became an NBA champion. But they put this T-shirt out, and it says, "The journey begins." I don't know the date what your journey was, but then it's a destination.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you got the power. So they came, they became, after they had the destination in the journey,
Mhm.
they became NBA champions. And I want to present you guys with these shirts
Oh, thank
as
you.
champions.
I appreciate you, Chris.
Coming on my show.
Appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir.
And I want to present you with 2. Now you can sleep in them, or you can have Shannon to sign them, or whatever you want to do, because he was here this past weekend and
Yeah, I
we had a great time.
Saturday, right?
No,
He was
here
here
last-
Friday, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
Friday
this
he threw out the first pitch
Yep.
for the Sox game, and then Saturday had a meet and greet with Al Harrington and a couple of more guys at the dispensary. So your story is incredible. It's impeccable. I mean, my heart, one thing, but losing my legs,
Yeah.
that's totally different. That
It's
ain't
different.
that's different, and I'm so proud of you because
Mhm.
you smiling all the way, and
I do.
and that's the
Yeah.
that's the part, and we didn't bring you here to just drill you.
Yeah.
We brought you here to tell your story.
That's right.
And I really, really appreciate it. And one of the things, Wanda, that we do on this show before we leave, we say to our people,
Somebody's calling.
oh, we got a
All right.
phone call. Listen,
Oh.
they calling the love line. Okay. Welcome to the love line.
What's going on? It's Lady G, the hottest guy.
Hi, sweetie.
Oh, man. How you doing, Jeanette?
I am good. I'm good.
Hey, what's up, sis?
Nothing much. I want to tell Jeanette, you are the next woman king. They might as well tell Viola Davis, don't even do the part two,
Move on out the
'cause we
way.
already got who we need right now.
That's right, girl. I know that's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sis.
That's good. You
are
good.
doing your thing. I'm inspired. Like, I mean, it just shows the strength. I've always seen that in you, but for you to go through what you're going through and still keep a smile on your face, keep the same energy that I know you've always had, that's a beautiful thing. So I am so happy for you, and I'm glad that you are here to be able to take this journey at the end of the day. To teach other people. Yeah. Absolutely. And thank you so much, Tommy, for being a great man.
Yes.
Being there, like you say, you ain't going nowhere. We're going to make sure you ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
Thanks, sis.
Yep.
I love y'all.
Love you
too.
too.
Enjoy yourself.
Love
All
you
right.
too.
Appreciate
Be
you.
safe. All right, Lady Z, the hottest god, is called the love line tonight. So yeah, and then like I said, I want you to tell your story because a lot of people need to hear. You know, here we go again. Love line is rolling tonight. All right. Hey, welcome to the love line. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, welcome to the love line.
Hi, this is Crystal.
I knew that voice. Hi, Crystal.
Which
How
Crystal?
you doing?
Huh?
Eggerson.
Oh, okay. Hey, Chris.
Hi, how's it going?
It's good. It's good.
We waiting on you.
So I just wanted to call in.
You got
I
a
just
background.
wanted to call in and just shout out my sister, Shanette Caldwell, and her husband, Tommy Nunn. These have been my 30-plus years friends, and I just want to stop through and say how proud I am of my sister. She is impeccable. Her strength, her character. You talking about a close-knit family that love on one another. That's just what they do. And she has just been inspiring for not just her family, but for her friends. And sis, I just want to tell you, girl, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I am so proud of you and the faith journey that you are now on. And you know God is going to do all things. Okay, all things.
Yep.
He will not fail you. And so you just keep pushing. He's giving you every day. So you just keep walking in your purpose.
That's right.
And God gonna do the rest, baby. I'm so proud of you. Chris Brown,
Thank
we
you.
love you for the love movement.
Love
Appreciate
you,
you.
sis. Love you.
Yeah, and we still got to get you on. So look for a call coming up because
Love
you got a story too. When you was at Maywood Express cash register, now you downtown at a big bank. So we know how about that too. So we gonna definitely get you in here.
Alrighty.
All right.
Okay.
Love you.
All
Yeah,
right.
take care. Love you guys.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's interesting. She got a story
She
on
do.
her own. I mean, she was
Mhm.
working at Maywood Express as a cashier in
Yep.
grammar school and little high
Mhm.
school. And now she's working in one of the biggest banks and got a good position at a
Yep.
bank and making
Mhm.
money. So she has a story too. But once again, both of you, man, the strength, the love, the care for each other. You are the love movement.
Absolutely.
That's what the
Thank
love
you.
movement is all about. You know, sharing stories about different things that people go through, and you know, it just warms my heart, it chills my
Appreciate
heart,
it.
and I appreciate you. But as we always say before we sign off, treat people the way you want to be treated and
That's
never
right.
give up.
That's right.
And that's how we live.
That's
So
right.
thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
on the show. We appreciate you.
Appreciate
Yeah. Thank you, Wanda B. Appreciate you. All right.
Yeah.
Nah.